I'm going to talk about this movie now. So I just went to see Love, Simon today because I am into gay shit. Anything that's gay, I will go see it, no matter what it is. For those of you who may not be familiar, Love, Simon is based off of a book called Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and I read that book in preparation for this movie because I was originally planning on doing a book versus movie video on it, but I just decided not to put myself through that. Love, Simon is one of those interesting movies that falls into the subgenre of young adult novels that have been turned into a book, but also like even the more niche subgenre of LGBT plus films where the main focus of the entire movie is the fact that the character is gay. Neither of those genres are the genres I'm a fan of or care to see. So you could only imagine how I felt about this movie. Now, let me say, I'm a member of the LGBT plus community, and I feel like oftentimes we fall into the hole of wanting so badly to see representation that we'll take it no matter how it comes, even if the material isn't necessarily great. And I feel like Love, Simon is one of those types of movies. I don't know if I'm just past the age where I'm no longer the target demographic for movies like these. Movies like Love, Simon and The Fault in Our Stars and Paper Towns, all young adult novels adapted into films. But I mean, I'm 18. I feel like I'm still, they're still trying to cater to somebody my age. And it just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. I just feel like the books that they choose to adapt into movies are already lackluster to begin with, and then making it into a movie just makes the source material even worse because they have to sacrifice certain elements of the novel to make it more theatrical and cinematic, and it just makes for a worse thing overall. Like, I don't know why we keep doing this. I feel like most of the movies like that have flopped, especially Paper Towns. Honestly, I can't believe that I spent money to see that movie. I didn't even like the book, but I just really like Nat Wolff. We are of the same name and he's cute, so sue me. Let me just start off with my thoughts on the book, okay? I read the book in like a span of 2 days, and it just didn't really grab me. Again, it was a book about an LGBT plus person where the only focus was the fact that they're LGBT plus. I just feel like it really belittles somebody who's part of the community and reduces them to just their sexuality. There's a difference between like being out and proud and like just only being gay and that's all you are. You have no interests. I don't know. I guess coming into the book, I knew that it was gonna be like that, but I just had higher hopes. So after reading this book, I decided I didn't want to do the video comparing the movie and the book because I was like, all right, if I'm not already that keen on the book, the movie probably isn't gonna rustle my jimmies, and fun fact, it didn't. They villainized characters, they added the weird character of the the vice principal, and I'm just like, why was he there? Why did they take away one of Simon's sisters and make his only sister in the film younger? Why did they do that? But then add the character of the principal. I just don't understand. The scene where the drama teacher catches these two guys making fun of Simon for being gay, in the book, it's much more understated, and she's very professional in the way that she talks to them about how that was completely inappropriate. But in the movie, she just like goes off and like insults their entire beings and cusses them out in front of the entire cafeteria, and we're just gonna act like she wouldn't get fired for that? Like, that's not okay. The main problem with like these young adult books being turned into movies is that like they're just completely unrealistic in terms of high school. I'm almost positive that the writers of these screenplays must have never been to high school before. Like, it's not that dramatic. This is not just a problem with Love, Simon, more like every teen movie ever. Just a totally inaccurate depiction of high school. So yeah, villainization of characters, watered down complexity of characters, and they like switched around romantic interests, and it just made it weird the way that they switched the plot events around so that Simon's entire world like comes crumbling down in one scene. I understand why they did that for drama purposes, but I just don't know. Another problem with films like these is that they're just like so desperate to grab an audience and make money. They do this by including popular songs, like having the 1975 and Bleachers and some other shit I don't remember, and just making like really generic pop culture references. Like the character of the principal was really only there for that purpose. Also casting actors that you might have seen from other shows, like Catherine Langford from 13 Reasons Why, or there was also the dude who played Alex in 13 Reasons Why in the film as well. And it's just so obvious that they're trying really hard to pull every trick out of the book to get people to come to this movie. I guess I understand, but I'm just really sick of everything being so commercialized. Film is a creative outlet, and I feel like that creativity gets sacrificed for the sake of money much too often, and Love, Simon is just another one of those films that falls into that category. Overall, was it a horrible movie? No. Would I go see it again? Definitely not. It just wasn't my cup of tea. As a member of the LGBT+ community, I understand what this movie was trying to do. I think that the filmmakers had good intentions, but when it comes down to it, it was really just a corny teen film. Wasn't anything special. I guess seeing representation is important, even if the movie sucks. I don't know. I'm being a little savage. Okay, it was the actor who played Bram was cute. I'll give you that. Kind of looks like me though, so he ain't that cute. But I just really don't like that they turned coming out into this huge spectacle, because it's really not like that. And maybe seeing that in film is gonna like scare the shit out of some kid in the closet who just wants it to not be a big deal. And it doesn't make any sense, because Simon's character was closeted because he didn't want coming out to be a big deal. But then the last scene is everybody from the school like cheering him on while he waits to meet his lover like at the Ferris wheel. It became this big spectacle. Like when they kissed, everybody clapped. I just don't understand. Like coming out isn't like that. High school isn't like that. I mean, everybody has different experiences, but high school is definitely not like that, okay? I just feel like young adult books that are turned into movies just all make the same mistakes. They're all the same movie. And this one, while it did offer some very specific LGBT+ representation, it still made all the mistakes of a movie of its genre. Maybe this film would be a good thing for younger teens, maybe spanning from the ages of like 12 to 15. Maybe this is a movie for them, and less for me. But again, am I not part of their target demographic? I feel like I am. When it comes down to it, this movie was pretty much what I thought it was going to be, which was nothing special. But I appreciate them for trying to do what they tried to do. So there's that. Go see Love, Simon, or don't. I don't care. I wouldn't personally recommend it. And I would also like to say, I have some ideas for video essays coming up soon, but I also am about to move, so I gotta do that first. And then I'll get back onto the whole video essay thing. I don't know how to end a video. I really don't. I'm not gonna ask you to like and subscribe. I'm not gonna do that. But if you want, no, I'm kidding. Bye. Goodbye.